Good evening, everyone. Good evening, group members. It's Wednesday evening, and I am back here today. But today's live is going to be slightly different because I'm going to interview one of our rent-to-rent achievers today, Gaurav. And it'll be very interesting and inspiring story to see, what people are making. And I just like to bring on board with me some people who are actually doing, and luckily Gaurav started with me, so I'm very fortunate in that way. I've seen beginning of Gaurav's journey as well. So hi Gaurav, good evening.
Hi Sapna.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm very well. It's so lovely to see you here.
You too. Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. So I'm just going to check if we are going live in our, have you got your group? If you could just check if we are going live. So I will. It's been a while. So yes, I can see. Yay, there are 9 people logged in, and people are saying hello. So we've got Raf here. She's logged in. We've got Vineet. Hi, Vineet. We've got Joseph here. Joseph. Hi, Joseph. So I don't know. Gaurav, you want to say hello to everybody as well?
Hey everyone, thanks for joining in.
Yay. Right, Gaurav. I know we have been here and I've done a Zoom with you already once, but it's nice to have this meeting again so we can see where you are and how you're progressing and everything. It'll be really inspiring for everybody to know how well you're doing. So tell me, let's start from start. So what got you into rent-to-rent and what you were doing before you got into rent-to-rent? What were you doing actually?
A lot of things. So I've been in the property industry now for about 12 years, I think. I've done lots of different things in it. So I started off as an estate agent, then as a mortgage broker, and then from there started as an underwriter.
Okay.
And then moved into buy-to-let. And then in 2020, I started up my own company while I was still working. And my company was meant to just kind of buy-to-let properties. Fast forward a year and decided to actually go into buy-to-let refurbs as well.
Yes.
And then in September 2021, I decided to pack everything in and just focus on my business. And I said, okay, fine. I've got no backup plan. This is my business. I'm going to give it 100%. And I had a deal that went wrong a month after I left work. And I kind of thought, okay, I need a backup plan. I need something else. But going back to working was not an option. I'm going into my business. I'm staying. I'm doing this.
So that didn't put you off enough to go back to work. No, not very brave.
I'd heard about rent-to-rent over the years. I never really looked into it because it wasn't an investment strategy for me at the time. But when you're kind of then looking for options, I thought, okay, you know what? I need to consider this. I need to find out what this is about. So I started going to a couple of networking events, looking into it myself, and looking out on, I guess, just on the socials like Facebook, Instagram and stuff, just trying to find out a bit more about rent-to-rent and how things work. And I got a brief understanding of how things were, and I thought I could probably give this a go, but I felt like I really needed someone to kind of help me through the process. And I guess that's kind of where I found you. And
how did you bump into me?
I think it was just honestly on Facebook. I found I think I joined a couple of groups and I saw a couple of your posts and I thought, actually, I really like what you're saying, and kind of the value that you're bringing and what you're offering. And I thought that could be exactly what I'm looking for at this time. So I think I reached out to you and we kind of had a chat about what you could offer. And I thought, this is exactly what I'm looking for.
And the good thing about you was you were so assertive as well. When we had our first meeting, you said, that's exactly what I need. I want to do it.
Within that meeting, I knew, I was like, okay, this is it. This is it for me. And then, just didn't look back after that.
Fantastic. So we've known each other. Was it last year? About
a year now.
Amazing. And what a journey it's been. And it's just been a real pleasure, being part of your journey when you first started in Rent to Rent. So, okay. Looking back now, what do you think? Rent to Rent, did you take right decision? I know I should be asking this question at the end, but I would like to know now. How do you feel? Do you think it was the right thing to do?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I thought I knew a lot of stuff about property. Rent to Rent just kind of fits. It just gives me a chance to show everything that I've learned over the last 10 or 12 years.
Yeah.
And I get to put it all into action when it comes to the property.
That's true. Yeah.
From being an estate agent and showing and kind of brokering deals and stuff and analyzing deals and stuff, it just seems to fit so well. And I think even with the first deal, when I got my first deal, I kind of thought, this is too easy. It can't be.
It can't be this easy.
It can't be this easy.
I remember you filled your property in one day.
Filled all rooms in a day. I got my first deal within a month.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, it can't be this easy.
No.
What I then realized as the year progressed is, there's a reason it's difficult. But, you just need to kind of be tenacious and carry on and keep pushing through. And there's so much to learn. And you can actually, I've realized by joining the group and kind of speaking to other people, how quickly you can scale this into a big viable business.
100%.
And so for me, I'm still here. I'm still doing it.
You're still doing it. Yeah, you're still doing it. So, I mean, what made you think that you needed a mentor, even though you had 12 years, experience in properties? Because
I think with the theory side of things, there was stuff that I needed to know when it comes to, regulation, compliance, getting set up and stuff like that, which I kind of knew a little bit about anyway. But for me, the importance of having a mentor was someone that I can bounce ideas off and get a bit of advice from. You see a lot of people online just kind of talking about this is how you do things. But for me, it was important to find someone that has actually walked the walk, has actually experienced all of these things, and is then giving out advice. So for me, that was the main thing that I was looking for. I wanted someone that can give me actual hands-on experience, that they've been in these situations and this is what they're doing. And that was a standout thing for me. There were loads of people kind of offering mentorship programs and rent-to-rent courses. I'm not going to name any, but there's courses that you can do. But for me, it's just like, I'm going to go there, spend all this money and just learn stuff that I can just probably find myself if I look for it. I need someone that's not going to hold my hand, but someone that I can say, hey, I've just come back from this viewing. What do you think about this? And, I've got this situation. What do you think about this? Like real life experience. That was the main thing when I kind of thought I really need something a little bit different this time.
So did you feel that you got what I promised?
Absolutely.
To start with.
Absolutely. I've still got the messages and the calls that we used to have and stuff.
I really feel honored. I feel privileged that, right. Let's talk about your first deal.
Okay.
Yay. So people would love to know numbers. I mean, I'm just going to see who's saying hello here. So we've got Constance here. She's saying hello to you and hello to me as well. Yvonne is watching. Remember Yvonne?
Yeah, I do remember everyone. Yeah. Hey, everyone.
And we've got Monique. Monique is saying hello. We've got Raymond saying he's watching as well. We've got Cardinal. Hi, Cardinal. Hi, guys. If you have any questions, please do ask because we want to make it as interactive as possible. Saj is saying hi, Gaurav. Hi, Saj.
Hey, everyone.
We've got a lot of people watching, actually, which is fantastic. Guys, give some love hearts and give some likes to our Gaurav. Let's give him big cheer because he's doing really, really well. Yes, right.
Thank you.
Yay, we are getting loads and loads of love hearts for you.
Thank you.
From Saj and from Monique. Yeah, they're really happy. Right. Okay. Amazing. Let's talk about your first property, first deal. When did we get that one? The first one?
February. I think 1st or the 2nd of February. It was my second viewing. Literally the second viewing I did. Found it online, found it on Rightmove, thought this works. It's okay, yeah, let me contact the agent, let me get a call in. First thing I said, would you accept a company? Absolutely fine, let's get in view. And yeah, it's like you said, for me, it's like when things move, I'll move quick. So
very quick.
viewed it,
That's
offer
your
in the same
quality.
day.
Yeah.
Spent a couple of days negotiating and everything, and we got it tied up very, very quickly. And yeah, I think I signed the agreement and got everything done. I believe it was the 3rd or the 4th of February last year.
So that deal actually came from a letting agency, not through a sourcer or landlord. It was
No, I'd spoken to a couple of sources before, and I got a little bit put off by it because I thought I can find all of these deals myself.
That's right. Yeah.
For me, there was no value in giving someone £3,000.
That's true.
Something that I can do. I was competent at analyzing a deal myself and everything. So I was like, there's no value. This is not a real off-market deal. This one I found on Rightmove. I was looking in a certain area. I decided to look a little bit outside of that area. I found this deal, thought actually this is still a good area. It works.
And this was an HMO as well, wasn't it?
5-bed HMO, everything set up, good to go.
Did you have to get furniture or was it
there was some furniture in there. There was a few bits that I had to buy, but generally we could work with what was in there already at the time. It just been had just gone through a slight refurb as well, so everything was fairly new. So yeah, it was fairly easy to get in.
Awesome. So remind me, what was the rent that they were asking and what rent then at the end,
So they wanted offers over 3,200 a month. We agreed at 3,000.
3,000. Gaurav, where are you based? I should have asked you this.
So I'm based in Surrey. And this property is based in southwest London in Tooting. So it's not too far, but still close to central London.
Okay. We've got Manjot saying hi. We've got Rak. She's saying, well done, Gaurav.
Thank you.
She's clapping for you. And right. Okay. So 3,000 landlord or agent agreed at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a 5-bed HMO. All rooms are double in this property?
4 doubles and 1 single.
1 single. Right. Okay. So what's your, gross takings on this one?
So the gross on this one is 4,275.
4,275. Right. That's brilliant. And how much are you paying for bills each month?
£485 a month.
And you know what I'm going to ask? Why your bills are so low?
So the reason I was so interested in this property and it worked is because it's in a very specific borough where the council tax is very, very low.
Very, very low.
I didn't believe it at first when I saw the numbers. I did some due diligence on it, and yes, it checks out. And I'm a year later into it, and it's still the same. So the council tax is below £100 a month. For 5-bed, which is unheard of in certain areas. And then generally after that, it's the same kind of bills really, as I do for any other property. So the council tax really, really kind of helps. But one thing that did massively make a difference on this one, I think you remember when I did viewings on it, I worked out what's the highest rent in the area for all properties in the area. I went slightly above that, and I got full market rent for all rooms. Which also helps a lot. The rents have gone up ever so slightly over the year, £50, £100 here or there, but I managed to get full asking price for all the rooms. All rooms were taken in virtually a weekend.
1 day. One weekend. I was going to come to that people say, what if I can't fill my rooms? You tell me. Last year you did it and you did viewing just over the weekend, didn't you? And
so I got back from holiday on Wednesday.
Yes, you were panicking. You were thinking about it when you were on holiday.
I was on holiday, and what I did while I was on the way back from holiday, I booked out Friday for block viewings on Friday to get the buzz. And I guess this is where the kind of experience comes in, because I used to be an estate agent. So this is what I used to do as an estate agent. So I booked out a day of viewings. I spent the whole day at the property. Did viewings all day Friday. 4 out of 5 rooms went that day, and the final room went on the Sunday. it's just, for me, I thought I'd start high. Okay, so start high, the highest I can go to. If I get that, great. I've always then got scope to come down if I need to.
Yeah.
And that was always my strategy. That's always been my strategy. Just start at the highest that you can get to. You don't know. You never know what people are going to pay.
Definitely, 100%. And I think this is another myth. People think by keeping rent low, you can fill your rooms easy, but that's not the case. Also, if you keep your rents high, then you attract good tenants as well.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
also what was so important is if I'm charging these high rents, I need to make sure the rooms stand up to that amount that I'm charging as well. The area was good enough, but if the room is really bad, no one's going to pay it. So
that's true.
It was all about kind of staging it and getting them looking as good as
I think that area was very good and the location was very good as well.
Still is, yeah. Still is.
It still is.
Yeah.
So you hardly get any voids there.
No voids.
No voids. So tell me, those tenants, are they still there or you've had?
I've got, out of 5, I've got 1 tenant that's still there. I've had another move in a couple of months after I got the property. I just had a short tenant turnaround. He's still there. I've had 3 new tenants move in, but I've never had a void period because, again, from what we've kind of discussed, I start advertising as soon as I know someone's moved out. And the demand is there so much now that I don't. It's really weird because I've now gone from a stage where I used to book out a day for viewings to me now saying, okay, I want to do viewings between, let's say, 10 and 2. Those are the hours that I want to do. And I know I'm going to get them done because, again, it's the right property in the right area at the right price.
And you know you're going to attract good tenants anyway.
So that's it. And they will move in quickly. So I generally don't have void periods in this at all.
Yeah. Amazing. Right. So let's look at the figures then, final figures. So rent you're paying on this one is 3,000.
Yep.
Money you are getting from as rent is 4,275. Bills you are paying 485. So guys, do some maths here. So your net profit is £943 a month. Yay.
Yeah. So that for me is now
amazing.
Pure profits. All the money came out of that one within 6 months.
6 months. So now you're really making infinite profit if you think about it. Yeah. What was your initial investment? I'm sure people will want to know.
So this one, the initial investment in this one was a little higher than anticipated. It was £6,500. I anticipated 4.5. There were a few extra costs in terms of furnishing and stuff like that, which I had to account for, a few last minute repairs that had to be done. But then that's kind of where your contingencies come in and your planning. So I had the buffer to allow that. And as soon as I saw that the rooms are renting out so quick, I thought, okay, fine.
You don't mind then spending money because you know you're going to recover it. So basically on this deal, touch wood, you recovered your money in 6 months. So now you're just making sheer profit.
Yeah.
£943, never heard of. Well, people are making in our group. So, but definitely this is amazing.
For the first deal, it was incredible.
Wasn't it? Just very, very good. Right. So this was how much would it be for a year? Let's do the maths again. £943, time it with 12, guys. Get your calculators out. Charlian is giving you lots of love hearts.
Thank you.
She's saying, well done.
So it's about
11,300. Yeah, 11,316.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Amazing. Right. Okay. And then in November, you took your second deal.
Yeah. So this property was kind of, I was fully hands off on this property after about May, I think it was. I had one tenant that was staying for a short period of time, so I had to kind of change over tenants, had a couple of other teething problems that went on. So from May, I was then looking for my next deal. From May till November, it took to find my next deal.
Exactly. Yeah. I think you did the right thing though, because you didn't rush into just to get a deal. That's another thing people need to learn.
As of June, I'd done 32 viewings, 17 offers submitted.
Yeah.
And nothing accepted.
Nothing accepted. But you need sheer determination, don't you?
I was
Honestly.
viewing a lot.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point in, I guess, in end of August, I had a deal fall through 2 days before we were due to complete. And I just decided just to take a bit of a step back from it. I was kind of like, look, you know what?
Just rethink about the whole thing.
I think, like kind of mindset. It wasn't like I want to quit. It was more, okay, mindset. Let's just take a break from things and just kind of remember there is a world outside of this business.
The property,
yeah. Just kind of focused on friends, family, went on holiday, played some golf, and kind of. I actually then got a call from one of the agents that I'd been viewing properties through. I'd built a really good relationship with the agent, and he called me in October to say, "I've got this property that's come on. Do you want to come and have a look? You can be the first one in." So I said, yeah, absolutely fine. Let's go and have a look. And it was in an area that was slightly different to where I'd been targeting. Still around Surrey, but looked at the numbers and I thought, actually, I could make this work. I could really make this work. And it was a lot cheaper than the one I'd done.
But this is different agent, is it?
Different agent, different area.
Okay.
But because I'd been viewing a lot of stuff with them and kind of making the offers, we built up that relationship and that trust. So they knew that it was just a case of finding me the right deal at the time. So when they called, I said, okay, yeah, fine. You know what? I wasn't really looking. I'll come and have a look at this property. Found it in early October. Took a few weeks to go through all the paperwork and stuff. And we signed for the deal first week in November.
Amazing. Right. So this one, how many bedrooms?
So this is a 4-bed, 4 double bedrooms. It had been fully refurbished throughout, brand new everything, but no furniture whatsoever. So it's just an empty
unfurnished.
Shell. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And how many bathrooms and toilets this one has? 1
bath, 1 shared bathroom between 4 people. It's
has it got additional toilet or
no, just the one main upstairs. It's quite a big bathroom actually.
That's fine. That's fine because you can get on the basis of 4 rooms and 1 bathroom. You still can get, an HMO license. So if it's good enough for local authority, it's good enough for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. Right. Okay. And is it an HMO or it's a non-HMO?
Non-HMO. So the council doesn't require a license
in that area.
For 4 beds.
Fantastic. So what was the asking rent initially to start with?
1850 on this one was the asking rent, and
manage to negotiate?
Agreed to do a deal on 1750.
Awesome. Now when I look at a 4-bed property, 1750, I think it's a good deal.
Yeah. Yes, there was another offer that came in slightly higher, but the reason they wanted to go with me is because I'd done a deal with them before that fell through. So they'd already done the referencing, they'd done everything else.
So
they knew I had the money, and the speed was the biggest thing. They knew I could move very, very quickly on this one. So
and the fact that you already had rent to rent, did that help or not?
Yeah, I'd already had a business as well. So they they checked me out online, seen the socials and everything. And for them, it was just like, okay, yeah, there is another, it was actually funny enough, another rent to rent company that was trying to outbid me. But yeah, for them, they said like the fact that you can move very, very quickly on this deal and you've already been offering through us, we'd prefer to go with you, even at a lower price, which was great.
Amazing. So no sourcing fee on this one either. Amazing. Right. And so rent agreed on this one was 1750. Yep. How much are you making rent wise for 4 rooms? How much rent are you?
3,000 a month. Exactly
3,000. Right. Okay. And bills, how much are you paying here? For
bills on this one, a little bit higher, £615 a month. Obviously, we're paying full council tax, like the full liability that you would. But apart from that, all the other bills are, again, in line with the other one.
Yeah. So it's not really all that bad. Some people they're getting freaked out. So I think they need to check or keep control on. Yeah. So
obviously it's further out of London, so I can't charge the rents that I would for my property in London. But again, it was the same principle. Let me start at the highest that I can based on what's happening in the area.
Yeah.
And it just so happened to work out.
And I think the fact that property was fully refurbished as well, and everything you
Fully
said was brand
so
new.
I managed
so
to get
helps.
brand new furniture in there. I spent 2 days building furniture. And for me, it was just like getting it staged and looking as good as possible. And the feedback I had from everyone was that this is amazing.
There you go.
It's such.
So why to cut corners anyway? Like I said, I totally agree. Push boundaries, because the premium rent you charge, you get premium tenants as well. Nice tenants.
Yeah.
So no, definitely. Okay. So now let's look at your, did you tell me how much was your setting up cost on this one?
So setting up cost on this one was £3,350.
And that was just for furniture, or did you have to get white goods as well?
No white goods. That was £1,600 on furnishing, 1 month's rent in advance. That's it. I've got everything that I planned, it came in exactly as planned. Exactly.
Fantastic. So there were no last minute expenditures on anything like that. No. Right. Okay. So what's your net profit on this one per month for a 4-bed?
Net profit is £635 a month.
35 or 30?
Sorry,
35 or 37?
637 a month.
637 a month. Wow. Okay. And so time it with 12. What's your net profit per annum on this one?
7,644.
Yay, fantastic. So 7,644 from one property net profit. This is absolute amazing. So tell me, you recovered your money, or you're about to recover your money on this one? How many months?
By April.
Okay, so we are it's end of February, so just 2 more months.
Yeah, by April, we fully profit.
How long have you taken this one for?
12 months initially, and then I've actually spoken to the landlord a couple of times as well, and he's absolutely happy. He's seen like what I've done.
How well you're running it.
He's like really happy with it. He's amazed that I'm getting the rents that I'm getting, because it was a lot higher than he was getting before. But he's also getting what he asked for in the market. So the landlord's absolutely fine, absolutely happy. The agents are absolutely fine.
Amazing.
We're going to try and do a deal on another property in April as well. We're trying to get the next one lined up.
Yay.
But yeah, it's all like, this is, the first one was great. The second one is going to kind of help scale things a lot more.
Definitely. I think you always either find your first property too easy, or somewhere one property gives you a hard time, but you learn whatever you need to learn, but just don't stop. That's the thing. Yeah, definitely. Right. Let's work out your total net profit from 2 properties. So 11,316 from first one and 7,644 from the second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So your total net profit from 2 properties is 18,960.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's almost 19,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is amazing. Can which strategy would give you this sort of money? So it's
crazy, because it's like from a standing start, I've got the best part of £19,000 a year. From a standing start, and there's not many, and this is like regular as well. It's not like it's a one-off. This is gonna keep continuing.
Consistent income.
There's not many industries that you could do this in.
Yeah, no, this is what you think. It's a good strategy. Rent to rent in that way. With buy to let, you can't move as quick, as fast. Yeah. That's the thing.
And I've done buy to let, and I know how slow it can be at times.
Yeah. And it can be frustrating as well, because I'm going through a refurb at the moment, and planning is taking so long, and I'm just so really frustrated at the moment,
Yeah. I find that, especially with buy to let, you're in the hands of so many other people that have control over it. You've got the mortgage lender, you've got the surveyors, you've got everything else. Whereas with rent to rent, you're in control of everything. So
that's true.
Whatever you set your rents at, however you furnish your property, whatever negotiations you have with the landlord, it's down to you. So you are in control of every aspect of it.
Yes, so true, so true. Experienced renter is speaking. Right. Saj is asking question. Do you still have your buy to let?
Yeah, I do. I was saying before, it's the most passive property that I've got. I started renting it out in May. Well, okay, so I bought it in March 2021. We did 8 weeks of refurb. It went on the market in end of April. Tenants moved in beginning of May. Again, just a really, really quick turnaround on that. Yeah. And my tenant that moved in May is still there. She's still there. It's very passive. It's with a letting agent to deal with. There's nothing for me to do on it because the refurb was done so well and I had control over the refurb at the time. So we made sure we spent a bit extra getting it all done. It's still there. It's still very passive. I still got income coming in from that. It's almost like I don't really have to worry about that anymore.
Worry about it.
It's just there in the background.
Yeah.
If I can do another 3 or 4 or 5 of those, I'd love it.
Very addictive, isn't it?
Yeah. Unfortunately, the market isn't quite there for it right now.
True.
But when it will, then I definitely
get back. But in the meantime, keep growing with your rent to rent. So what's your target, if you don't mind me asking, for rent to rent? How many properties or how much, what would you like social media to know?
Yeah, so I don't really share it.
Okay.
I haven't got a number of properties in mind.
Okay, go on.
For me, it's £5,000 a month. Net.
Yay! That's possible. 100%. Yeah.
For me, once I hit that, it doesn't mean that I then stop and just do nothing. For me, it's like once I can hit that target, I can then start focusing on another area of my business. And I think last year I said the same target last year as well, actually, but it was just with the focus of I'm just going to get as many rent to rent properties as I can, and I'm going to get this target. And I think the market said otherwise at the time, especially in the area.
You got to listen.
Yeah. So, and that's the reason I've had 40 odd viewings before I get my next property. What I'm doing differently this time is that target is still there, but I'm doing things behind the scene, which are going to help me get those properties without having to do 40, 50 viewings. Now it's the relationships that I've built with the landlords, with the agents that I'm working with, so that now they come to me and kind of say, hey, I've got this deal. And it just it makes it so much easier. So for now, that target seems so much more realistic.
Easier.
And so much easier to hit. And I know I will. I can't tell you whether it'll be this year or next year, but it will be hit. It will be
100%. And I'm bringing you back on. I want to celebrate with you.
Yeah, that's my rent to rent target. So if I can hit 5K a month net, that'll be enough for me to take a bit of a step back from rent to rent and focus on another part of the business. But the rent to rent will still continue doing.
Then your business will afford, someone to have like apprentice or have someone train them and then let them be the face of the business if you can trust them.
I'm thinking way before that, actually. I'm thinking way before that. I'm thinking in the next few months, to be honest, if I can get another couple of deals. Like the thing that I did from the beginning was document everything that I do. So there's loads of spreadsheets, there's loads of kind of processes. So everything that I did, I kind of referred back to what the original process was and then try and enhance it as you can.
That's one great quality. Amazing.
Yeah. And then eventually it's going to get to a stage where I even saw it with my second property that, you know what, I don't really need to do this right now. I could quite easily pay someone to do this. Building furniture for 2 days, I don't need to do this. I can find someone that can do this. But for me, it's like, well, I've now spent 2 days building furniture. I know how much time it takes for me and how much it costs me. So if someone then comes along the lines and says, hey, it's going to cost me £500 to build your furniture, well, I can do that myself. It's you kind of realize how much things actually cost and the value of money. So if in the future someone says I can do this, I can then realize, well, I've already done that. Do I need to
I know
outsource this?
realistically, yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
your time becomes more valuable, and it's not so much about the cost; it's more about the time that you're expending. So I guess up until now, it's been more about I've got the time, I haven't really got the money to do it. Pretty soon, it's going to be I've got the money to do it, I haven't got the time. So it's just going to be about balancing it, and then that's when I think people like admins and kind of assistants and stuff will come in and really
100%.
help scale the business.
100%, amazing. Right, we've got some comments. I'm going to read them. Saj is saying greedy because you say you still got that rent to rent and your target, but it's not greedy, Saj. It's not greedy.
Gold.
I'm sure you've got big dream as well. I'm saying, speaking on your behalf, Gaurav.
Yeah.
Right. Joseph is saying very inspiring and good to have being under the wings of Sapna. Well, you started with me, so that's pleasure for me as well. Yeah. Lubza is saying awesome. Manoj is saying this is so good. Really needed to hear this stuff. You know, you've really inspired so many people today.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's so lovely.
It looks easy. It's not.
But it's not.
Really,
but really you just got to be, but don't put people off as well.
Yeah.
It's not that it is. Yeah.
It's not easy, but you have to be persistent with it. You have to, if this is the strategy that you want to do, you have to give it. Unless you give it 100%, how do you know if it's the right thing for you?
Exactly. Another thing, I think people sometimes think, oh, they'll spend a little bit of time and they'll just take it easy and property will come along. It doesn't work like that because there's so much competition out there. Like you said, you've seen 36 properties, you've done that many viewings and then you picked, deals. So that's how much determination we need to have. Amazing. Okay. So now, where was my next question? I had written it down. What do you think 3 qualities somebody should have
in rent to rent?
Before if they're thinking of starting? Should they start or should they not? What 3 things, qualities or skills? What would you say 3 things that somebody should have before?
Firstly, if you're thinking about starting, start. Don't think, just do it. The best time to do it is always now. Leaving something for 6 months, a year or so, it's too late. It's too late. Do it now. Because like I said, like with mine, I got my first deal on my second viewing. It could have been timing, it could have been right place, right time. But if I'd not done that, I wouldn't have got that deal. And that 40 odd viewings could be 60 viewings before I get my first deal. Sometimes you just need to say, I'm doing it now. Like, just go ahead. But the 3 main things I'd say the first is, it kind of ties into this, is confidence. You need to have confidence. And I think that's where having a mentor, first of all, someone that will give you that confidence to go and do deals. And also then having a support network, whether it's a mentor group or friends or colleagues in the industry, just having people that you can kind of bounce ideas off, knowing that it's almost like you've got a safety blanket so that you can then go out and do what you need to do with confidence. And that really kind of portrays when you speak to agents and landlords. If you've got the confidence, it's, this is my business, this is what I'm doing. I kind of, I think even with my first deal was kind of, I was saying things, not false things, not things that weren't true.
But it was
I was talking with such confidence. This is my bit. Like when he was asking me about my business and stuff, I'd got no rent to rents. I got nothing. This was like my second viewing, but I was like, so this is my business. This is how it works. This is what I'm going to do. And it just spoke with like so much confidence. Because I knew these things would happen at some point. It hasn't happened right now, and it will. So for me now, when I speak to agents, it's like, the first thing they say is, oh, have you got experience? Yeah, I've got a few properties. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. And it really comes across when you're having viewings and you're negotiating on offers and things like that. So,
and I think that's a lesson. Sorry, I'm interfering. That one quality, when we had our first strategy call, if you remember when you first started, that one thing that I really straight away noticed in you, you said, well, that's not a problem. I'll do that. I'll find properties. And I just love that confidence in you, because sometimes, you come across people and they sound so nervous. Where will I find properties? But you had so much assertiveness and you were almost confident that, you, as if I know I'm going to get properties anyway.
Yeah. And it's not even in properties. It's even when it comes to filling rooms out and, am I going to get, yes, I am. What's like, why are you not? Why are you not going to do it? Because I'm confident and stuff like that. And I think, confidence is definitely the first main thing to kind of have. And I think not just in rent-to-rent, in any business, but especially in this kind of business where there's so many different aspects. And, with some of these rents, they're so high and you're kind of committing to these amounts. There's almost no time for fear or panic or worry. You've got to just be confident. You have to be confident in what you do.
What would you say if somebody didn't have the confidence? Do you have any tip for people to, if they are struggling with the confidence, what would give them that confidence?
The one thing I always do is what I've done with any viewings that I've been, any offers that I've committed to, and I've committed to some really high numbers on offers.
I remember sometimes you used to say to me,
close to £5,000 a month. And sometimes I think I've just committed to this. I don't even have £5,000 a month to commit to this, but I'm going to do it. It's you kind of, for me, what works is think, what's the worst that's going to happen? What's the absolute worst that's going to happen? I'm not going to get my rooms rented out. And okay, fine. If I have to slash the rates on my rooms, can I still get it? What's my bottom line? Can I do this and just break even? If that's the worst, if that's your worst case scenario, still do it.
Still do it. Yeah,
time to increase your rents if you need to. As long as you're breaking even.
This is amazing. Yeah.
There's nothing, as long as you're not taking huge financial losses on a deal.
Yeah.
What's the
worst that can happen? It's a game we are playing. I know. Exactly.
Yeah. That's because how you have to think. Then you think the other way. Well, what's the best that can happen? The best that happens is that you get your rooms rented out without you having to spend your own money.
Yeah.
For that rent, and you get your rooms rented out at full market value.
Exactly. Guys, get inspired. We've got Gaurav speaking here. Yay.
The first one. So I think the second one is, yes, you can have all the knowledge all the confidence that you want, but you need to also then be able to back it up at times with knowledge. You need to
know it all the time. Yeah,
you need to, you need to know what you're talking about as well. You can be as confident as you want, but if you don't know what you're talking about, it's not going to work.
They can catch you out soon.
That's it. You will get figured out at some point. And even if you don't know there and then what the knowledge is, go and find it. There's so many people. And I think I spoke to you so many times about, I was like, I just really don't understand how this part of it works. Yeah. And then once I got it, the confidence kind of tied in with it. And you think, okay, that's it. Let's go. There is knowledge out there, but more importantly, if you've got a mentor that has been through all of this and knows the answer to all your questions, it's just a quick call, a quick WhatsApp is, hey, what do you think about this? And you don't have to waste time then kind of scouring the internet, finding all these places for that one little question that you want answered. You've got that mentor there that can say, yeah, you're on the right track, or no, this is how I would do it. The knowledge is key. And that really ties in with the confidence, because once you know what you're talking about, then what's the worst that's going to happen? There's nothing that can go wrong with it.
We've gone on and you're all right with that. We've been on 40 minutes. It was meant to be half an hour, but that's amazing.
Sorry.
I'm just reading people's comments, if that's okay.
And, sure.
Let's see what they're saying. Someone is asking, where are you advertising? Where do you advertise your rooms? Do you want to give that secret away?
Online, Spare Room is the main one. I've tried Open Rent. It doesn't work for me, I guess, just because of the area that I'm in.
I think for me, Open Rent, I think, is the best platform.
Spare Room, I've tried Open Rent. I've not had anything go through it.
I suppose it
Spare Room, it works for me.
Works perfectly. Right. Okay, awesome. I think you've just inspired. Everybody's putting messages, and Manjot is saying, Jyoti is saying, not easy, but it's definitely worth it. So he's agreeing with you. And we've got Mike saying, keep going, Gaurav. We are cheering for you. And Shirley-Ann is saying, you should be so proud of yourself.
Thank you, Shirley-Ann.
Yeah, amazing. What else have we got here? Let's swap places, boss. That's Joseph is saying to you. That's amazing. Really, really pleased. Yeah. Awesome. Any final words from you? And I'm so pleased for, your time. It's just been so lovely to have this catch up today.
Thank you for having me. Lovely. Yeah, it's been crazy. Like, I can't believe it's already been a year.
Yeah, keep going.
Time's gone really, really quick. But yeah, no, it's it's been amazing. I wouldn't do it any differently.
And everything that we are doing, even if we fail, not fail, but if we make mistakes, still we are learning. We're learning from our own failures anyway. You know, I know we read it all the time, but that's how it is, unfortunately or fortunately, our own mistakes. So guys, take action. If you're sitting on the fence, get inspired by Gaurav. And Gaurav, I'm bringing you back as soon as you hit your target or getting close to it.
Whenever you want.
In April. Yeah.
Always 100%. Got time.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time today. And shall we say bye to everybody?
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Bye. Bye, Gaurav. Thank you. Bye.